Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to cover virtual private network, that is VPNs. So what are VPNs? VPN or a virtual private network is something that establishes a secure and encrypted connection over an unsecure connection like Wi-Fi or your internet normal. What it does is it gives you a added layer of security. It kind of hide your activity or your identity over the internet. So now let's try to understand what happens when we use our internet without VPN, and then we'll discuss what happens when we use the VPN. So first, let's see when we don't use a VPN. So the setup looks something like this. We have a user PC here, right? And we have a ISP. ISP is an internet service provider. So it's say it like that you have ordered an internet to be set up on your home. So there will be an internet service provider that will install the internet back at your home or a location that is closer to your PC, and we have an internet. So now when the ISP have installed internet LAN on your home setup, on your user's PC setup, they generally provide you with an IP address. So now whatever you browse over the internet, your IP address will be visible to the website. Like suppose you are going to a website from this route, okay, to the internet, and now this IP, let's say you are assigned with 128.10.10.1, and this IP will be your identity over the internet. Okay. Now what's the problem with that is a little bit problem that your data that is traveling through this IP is visible to your government, your ISP provider, and you never know if your ISP provider can give your details of whatever you are browsing over the internet to the markets, to the advertising companies. Suppose you are looking for something, you are looking to understand a product, and your ISP shares your log, internet activity with a marketing advisor. So they would know that they have to target this customer. So they will show you that product. So it is a little bit unprotected to surf through the internet without a VPN. Now let's see what VPN does to this to improve this security issue. Now here's the setup for VPN. Similarly, as user PC and internet, what VPN does is, it acts as an intermediate network service. A specific company creates a virtual private network for you and the internet, and you communicate through that virtual private network or that VPN company server. So your identity and your internet activities are only seen by that VPN, nothing else. So your ISP cannot track what are you accessing or what's your identity is. But what your VPN sees is that if you have been given an IP as 128.10.10.1, then your VPN will know that okay, the request is coming from this IP, but when you reach to your destination or the internet or the website you are trying to access, that website will see the IP address of this VPN network that has been created to you. So it's a service that many companies provide. Most common are NordVPN and ExpressVPN. So now let's go to the benefits of using VPN. Okay, so first and foremost, accessing restricted content over the internet. What do we mean by that? Let's say you want to watch a movie which is geographically or demographically not available in your country. Let's say you are in India and you want to watch a movie that is only available in the Europe. So what Netflix does is it does not allow you to watch that movie in India. But when you use the VPN, you are sending a request to the VPN servers that is near to the Europe zone, that is geographically located in the Europe. So once you send that request, VPN will then connect you to the streaming service, and in that streaming service you will be able to access the content which is not available in your geographic location and is banned. So that way you can access some restricted content over the internet. Another thing, a VPN hides your identity over the internet. As if I told you that once you send a request, VPN will know where it is coming from, your IP that is assigned by your ISP, but the website you are trying to access, they will not know that this person is sending a request from here. They will see the VPN's IP address. Okay. The next is it encrypts and protects your data. Now, what do we mean by that? Let's look at this diagram again. When a user sends a request, its data is sent in data packets, small, but what VPN does it? VPN sets an extra layer of protection over the data packet. So now if we have some group of hackers sitting here, or we have a government here, or we have advertising companies, it is very, very difficult for them to actually intercept these data packets, right? Because we have added an extra layer of security, and that security is being decrypted by the other end using the key that VPN provides. Okay, so that way it encrypts our data and it protects our data as well. One of the last is remote access. Now remote access, you can imagine that if a company wants to set up a location and their office in that location, and there are users, its employees, they want to access the file servers that are there physically in that building, and the users want to actually get access to those files from that physical server, but they are not present there physically. So what they does it, they create a VPN or a virtual private network through which the employees can connect securely, and their data will be protected in data packets that I already told you. So they will be safely accessing the company's documents, the files that are very well secured. Okay, so I believe we are clear with what is VPN, and if we don't use VPN, how the things work. If we use VPN, how things work then, and benefits of VPN. Now, where should you always use VPN? That's a kind of advice that I want to give in this video as well. Avoid using public Wi-Fi's. If you are making a transaction or you are making a digital payment, avoid using public Wi-Fi's. Only use VPN. If you are at a coffee place, if you are somewhere where free Wi-Fi is there, it is better you use VPN, because on a free network, you never know. That network could be created by a potential hacker to steal your information. But what VPN does is, it protects your data and it protects your identity. So it becomes kind of very difficult for hackers to actually intercept your data. That's why, and that is where you should always use VPN. I hope you understand about VPN. Now, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.